Hello folks, welcome back to Cairns Writes. So another thing that my wifey wanted to talk about was my favourite series of books, which again is up there with one of the most impossible questions to answer in the world. I thought of a few. Game of Thrones, obviously, it is a fantastic Song of Ice and Fire. It is just an amazing series of books. If it ever gets finished. If it doesn't get finished, it's going to be the most annoying series of books ever made. But if it does get finished, it's going to be amazing. The first Joe Abercrombie trilogy is blinding, just brilliant. The Magician series, Magician, A Darkness at Sethenon, Silverthorn, those ones are fantastic. The Elenium by David Eddings, an early favourite of mine that has stuck with me. So yeah, there are so many good series, and it's difficult to kind of pick any particular one of them. In second place, I do have to give it to the Malazan Book of the Fallen. It's probably the emotional equivalent of being beaten to death with your own dead child, but it is huge and epic and sweeping and yet deeply personal. And did I mention epic? It's just amazing. Just an amazing, amazing series of books with a scope that I have yet to find in anything else. But it didn't come out on top. What does come out on top for me is the original Wild Card series. If you're unaware of these, they are an alternative look at superheroes. Yeah, I know, just the kind of thing I'd like. It's edited by George R.R. Martin, but written by a handful of authors throughout the 80s and the 90s. It is an alternative look at a world and particularly American history based on a massive event happening maybe 70 or 80 years ago now, that changed the face of the earth, brought superheroes there, and as a result had an effect on everything that has happened in our history since then. So the books all kind of stand alone but slowly work their way through history, and the characters are brilliant, the storytelling is brilliant, the depth and scope again is fantastic. It's such a wonderful way to look at history, but mostly it's just really cool superheroes. Um, I think they've done a few quite recently, sort of numbers 18 and 19. But for me, the first 10 or 15 books in the series are just phenomenal. And the recent ones are also very good indeed, and still with most of the same authors. So yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. It is brilliant. So go and check it out. They're quite difficult to find. I've discovered. I'm still trying to find a few of them. But yeah, go find them, buy them, read them. They're amazing. If you have a particular series of books, I would love to hear about it, particularly ones that I've never read. So yeah, if there's anything out there waiting for me, I've just started reading books by Peter F. Hamilton, and he seems to do trilogies rather well, so I'm very excited about his stuff. But yeah, if you've got any particular series you want to tell me about, please do, that'd be great. Okay, cheers.